Have you ever woke up in the morning and spent some time sitting on the edge of the bed in an attempt to call forth that your legs feel strong enough to stand up, little less powerful than they were a month ago? It takes a bit more work for your arms to walk a little more slowly, not because of discomfort, but because your body simply doesn't feel as powerful as it did before. You're not, if that sounds familiar. After the age of 60, being alone isn't entirely typical to have a steady reduction in muscle mass that many people are unaware of. This muscular sarcopenia, a type of loss, isn't merely concerning aging. It's about what we support our bodies by doing or not doing as something that happened along the way. Your muscles may surprise you. Simply get stronger as a result of your actions. Actually, during the day, your body does its crucial to work while you're asleep. At that point, it rebuilds, fixes, and helps your muscles grow again, but only if it possesses the appropriate building components to function. They arrive with those building blocks. Not just any food, but the food that comes from the ideal amount of nourishing, gentle bedtime emails that function silently while you're sleeping. In the video for today, I'll be walking with you through the strong natural things you eat before bed that can help you fight muscle loss to regain power and vigor, feeling little more assured in only restful night at a time for your body. And only 1 tablespoon of the final dish before to bedtime, but the effect on your stay with me, you might be surprised by my muscles. Before we jump right in, if you're looking for easy strategies to maintain your strength as you sleep, feel free to do this. Video, sign up for elderly health and distribute. Have you ever tried a comment? A nighttime snack that truly made a difference. I'd love to feel better in the morning. Hear about your encounter. Then let's start with something gentle. Lovely, green, furry on the exterior and with a tangy inside, the modest kiwi. You may consider kiwis to be a cooler summertime snack or something towed to a fruit salad. But watch out for many individuals are unaware of this small detail. Fruit is a silent hero in terms of frost and recuperation, particularly if you enjoy it at night. And allow me to share a story of a 74-year-old man named George, a retired teacher, who was elderly and widowed. Informed me fascinating conversation while sipping tea. I don't really sleep, he added. No longer during the night, and when I wake up, I feel as though my body has been maintaining stress when I slept. Hugh was simply exhausted and not in any pain. His legs felt less stable after being emptied. His arms no longer possessed they used to take easy strength for granted. He believed it was a normal aspect of growing older. However, I requested that he try one minor adjustment. Consume the kiwis around 1 hour prior to weeks of bedtime every night, which is you'd be surprised at the difference. George not only fell asleep more quickly, which, after years of not doing so, he informed me that he began to awaken feeling more mobile, lighter, and well-rested. He no longer creaks like an old chair. I chuckled as my legs seemed to belong to him once more. What, therefore, makes kiwis so unique? To begin, kiwis are among the few fruits that have melatonin in them naturally, the hormone that lets your brain know, hey, it's time to go to bed. Although many kiwi provides a melatonin supplement, that mild fruit-based form that your body can use, absorb, utilize. And research have demonstrated that consuming kiwis before bed can enhance the quality of sleep and length, particularly in elderly people. This is where things get even better. You can sleep more soundly when your body performs the most crucial muscle repair your body is working. When you're dreaming. Busily repairing damaged tissue, hormone balance and reconstruction shouldn't. But only if you truly succeed in kiwi aids in those deeper sleep stages. Now, open the door beyond melatonin. Additionally, kiwis are high in antioxidants like vitamin C and E, important since our muscles become more prone to oxidative stress and inflammation. Stiffens is caused by stress, discomfort, and that overall sensation of being slowed down. Antioxidants aid in removing that harm to allow your muscle cells to concentrate on recuperation rather than repair. Kiwi is also a fantastic potassium source that encourages appropriate muscular contractions and helps avoid leg cramps at night. And should you ever awaken to 1:03 a.m., those painful calf cramps, you understand the potential value of it. And here's the aspect of kiwis that seniors adore the most: is simple to process and won't increase your blood sugar. Despite its sweet flavor, because of its low glycemic index, it's safe. For diabetics or keeping an eye on their insulin levels, is also in sodium by nature, which is perfect for those who are coping with elevated blood pressure. So, how can I have the most fun? It just peels to ripe kiwis for roughly, and perhaps eat them slowly an hour before bed, as you relax with a peaceful book, or it's a little ritual. But listening to soothing music that tells your body to take a break naturally. Mending is on the way. As with anything, pay some attention to your body. People may have a slight upset stomach if they have a fruit acid sensitivity or possess pre-existing stomach disorders. But most individuals find kiwis to be peaceful and calming. Highly accepted, even calming. We've simply investigated the kiwi's quiet power, gentle method to get a better night's sleep and encourage recuperation. But let's now go on to something a little more familiar. We've all broken open something at one point. Anyway, possibly with toast in the morning or curled up in a favorite family recipe. Let's now discuss eggs before going to bed. You may be thinking about eggs. Indeed, the majority of us consider eggs to be a morning mainstay. But here's the unexpectedly. Eating an egg before bed can anything truly noteworthy for your body when you sleep, particularly if you are over 60 and attempting to maintain muscle tone, strength and balance. What are eggs so potent? It's not just that despite being high in protein, they without a doubt, eggs provide what nutrients? A full protein. According to scientists, means on 9 necessary amino acids are present in them, acids that your muscles require to develop and repair. And they're particularly abundant in leucine, is an essential amino acid that genuinely causes muscle protein to be activated. Synthesis. To use a fancy word for eating eggs causes your body to obtain a various time to rebuild. That's the clear message. This is where things start to get interesting for seniors. As we become older, our bodies start to somewhat less sensitive to tiny levels of protein that a 25-year-old can consume in a tiny chicken dish and gain muscle. But people over 60 frequently require a little more high-quality protein, particularly leucine-rich protein, to consume its same advantage, which is where eggs come in. Typically, a single big egg has roughly 6 g of protein, with 500 to 600 g of leucine, sufficient to make a contribution significantly to muscle repair overnight. For those who eat little at all, evening, or if there wasn't much at supper, a soft-boiled egg 1 hour before bed could be the final component you need. The body must remain robust. But there's additionally more eggs supply vitamin D, which many elderly people have low levels of if you don't get significant sun exposure. And the benefits of vitamin D extend beyond bones. Also has a significant impact on muscle function and cooperation, combined that with eggs contain choline, a substance that supports the function of the brain and nerves, and you are eating something that's good for your body. Move and react more effortlessly and assurance. You may be asking, however, what about cholesterol? It's a reasonable query, particularly when eggs have a negative reputation in the past. This is what for the majority of people. The science now reveals consuming 1 egg in moderation does not cause an increase in heart disease. Danger. In fact, some research indicates that eggs can enhance your cholesterol level by increasing the beneficial cholesterol, unless your physician has advised you to stay away from them specifically. Eggs can be a very profitable and safe investment. Naturally, a portion of your diet is how you make sure to gently prepare your eggs. Cooked egg, such as poached or soft-boiled, let it simple to lightly scramble in olive oil. On the digestive process and keeps more of its nutrition. Stay away from butter frying or excessive salt addition, which can irritate your abdomen or elevate your blood pressure. And if a soft egg is difficult for you to chew, is among the simplest proteins to consume. Just strain necessary. Therefore, allow me to share a for instance. There is a woman named Lean. Through a wellness workshop, I got to know, 68 years old, always happy, delivering food to everyone. She battled for years with a sense of weakness in win. I wake up in the morning, Mish once said, my legs wobble like cooked noodles. chuckled and stated that she skipped meals, late and frequently neglected to have snacks after sunset in the hopes that it will aid in her slumber. Better still, we just included 1 poached egg. Doesn't eat a large supper in the evening. 2 weeks of a warm little nibble before bed. She later said, I didn't think it would do whatever it takes, but I don't feel like I feel stable now instead of shaky. That's what the ideal protein for nighttime is. Is not about eating a lot of food. Far from it. Dinner at night is about providing your muscles with just the right amount of appropriate fuel to restore and repair while your body does the work while you're sleeping. Simply provide the necessary tools and let us know. Turn our focus to something you might not anticipate, something that you could grasp in your hands, palm, perhaps even ignoring the jar at the rear of the cupboard. But don't be fooled by their size. These tiny seeds are among the most underappreciated meals to eat before beddies. I am referring to pumpkin seeds, similar little green seeds that are occasionally referred to as pepitas, that may be dusted within granola or on top of salads. Your sleep has an impact on your muscles, and your general recuperation at night. Power of pumpkin seeds is much greater than their small size implies. Allow me to let me present you to Harold, who is 72 years old. Retired gardener with motionless hands appear to be able to operate the earth. He approached me with the typical worry that I awaken each morning with me legs are tight, so I stretch and move. However, I still feel as though I didn't get enough sleep. We just examined his evening routine, his eating patterns, sleeping patterns, and one thing was lacking: magnesium, as you can see, is an element that supports your muscles. Your muscles need to relax, but not too much. May remain quite tight even throughout the night, which is why some individuals awaken feeling achy even after 8 hours of sleep. Hours, and you guessed it, among the great stone of the natural sources of magnesium is right. A tiny handful of pumpkin seeds, an ounce, can provide you with roughly 37% of your daily requirements for magnesium, which is remarkable for a tiny bite. And when you savor them at night, you're providing the means for your body to most physically relax, not only in terms of the mind. Magnesium is not the online secret that pumpkin seeds possess. Additionally, they are among the few foods that contain the amino acid tryptophan naturally. Your body transforms acid into serotonin and then forms the hormone melatonin, which aids in sleep, while tryptophan doesn't knock you out on its own. When combined with magnesium, it produces our strong one-to-punch for deeper and greater results. More growth is correlated with better sleep, increased cellular repair and hormone releases, more muscle repair during the night as you sleep beneath the coverings, not to mention pumpkin. Additionally, seeds are a good source of 7g of plant-based protein per ounce, in addition to good fats that slow digestion, which indicates that your body receives aerolase of amino acids gradually and steadily without a sudden increase during the night and crash. It's just gentle and sustained. What old muscles require to develop and mend? You may be wondering how you got stronger now. Simply put, do you eat pumpkin seeds at night? A tablespoon or 2 is a good amount. More than enough to eat on their own, or scatter them on top of some plain. If you're looking for protein, try Greek yogurt. Enhance. Some individuals warm them up a little bit in a pan to enhance the nutty taste, but you don't have to simply hold on to them. Late night unsalted sodium is a tolerant of your blood pressure, particularly if you're handling high levels of zinc and hypertension, which supports immune cell healing power and even hormonal equilibrium. Partially crucial for men over 60 wowish to keep your testosterone levels in check. Levels that are directly connected to muscular mass. Nature doesn't do that from a seed. As with any waste space, a brief warning: pumpkin seeds and other nuts are high in calories. Being dense does not imply that they are bad. Take care not to consume them by a bit of a handful, particularly at night. With a tiny amount, consider them not as a nightly tonic, but also as a snack for your sleep, your muscles, and now the silent one is the final one. Champion of strength before bed. It doesn't possess the fruit sweetness or the crunch of seeds, isn't vibrant or extravagant. But if there's one dish that actually rebuilds while you sleep, time attempts to rob the muscles of their before you. This cottage cheese make a nose wrinkle, or believe that is something that my grandmother once ate, stay with me, since there's more to that straightforward texture of lumps, is among the most efficient foods for growing muscle that you can eat, particularly before bed. And particularly let me explain why there is a 60-year-old unique kind of protein present in cottager casein cheese and quinine cheese are distinct from the protein in scyfish, poultry, or even eggs move slowly, digesting, which implies after consumption it doesn't burn through your body properly. Rather, it releases amino acids slowly over a few hours while maintaining your muscles with gently fed. Why is that important throughout the night? Because your body enters a state of sleep, repair mode. But in the event that you lack sufficient amino acids in your blood components of muscle, that your body can't really begin dissolving muscle fibers fuel further procedures, which is the final something you desire, particularly if you're already coping with muscular atrophy loss. Now picture providing your body with a consistent drip of certain amino acids. That's precisely what happened all night long. A couple of cottage cheese spoonfuls will suffice. It doesn't cause your blood sugar levels to rise, doesn't make you feel bloated. He calmly goes to work helping strength, muscle growth, and repair all while you're sleeping. My beloved friend Martha is 76, as precise as ever. Yet she had begun to observe how her legs are weakening as she climbed staircases. Got more difficult to exit. Thesh had been informed that the car required extra work, was simply growing older, but that response didn't sit next to her. So we created a small swap, a tiny bowl of cottage cheese with reduced fat cheese. Only a couple spoonfuls, roughly 30 within 3 weeks, just before bed. She said to me, I feel like my body has finally memo. I feel more energized when I wake up. I feel secure once more. That's what occurs when the body receives what it needs. Cottage cheese that has been absent is likewise high in leucine that triggers the same muscle discussed amino acids. With eggs, butyrate provides it over an extended length. Of consider it like this: eggs provide you with cottage cheese, provides you with a rapid boost, a steady, slow hand that gets you frothy evening. And if you're keeping an eye on your ears, more positive news about blood sugar. Cottage cheese is inherently low in carbs, particularly the simple low-fat variety that won't conflict with insulin levels or result in an evening crash. In reality, the protein might aid in blood sugar stabilization throughout night. This is beneficial for those who have if you have diabetes or pre-diabetes. If you're worried about sodium, just pick thalasodium versions are readily available today. And for those who are keeping an eye on their heart, juice 1% or low-fat options for your health. In order to control saturated fat, let's discuss taste and texture. With a few people adore cottage cheese as much as other people do. Would rather combine it with something like a tablespoon or a few banana slice of cinnamon if you have some remaining. Kiwi from previous pairings. The secret to lovely is to keep it light. And just keep in mind that this isn't a meal. It's telling your body what to do. Take your time fixing it. While only teaspoon of sleep can make there's a real difference. And this is the beauty. There isn't any preparation, cooking, or fuss involved. Standing over a stove is not necessary, nor make a smoothie by just opening the cup, grab a spoon, and feed your body discreetly, subtly, and successfully. So many seniors believe they must take action. Large to regain strength and intensify complex meal plans and workouts, costly supplements. But the reality is consistency is the source of strength after age 60. Even minor details, from understanding what to for your body, as well as when and how eat a little cottage cheese before bed, is similar to wishing your muscles a restful night. Hug. So after this peaceful walk, let's take a stroll together in the evening. Take a deep breath and think. You don't need to completely change your life. You don't must track each calorie or chase a quality that your body actually requires. Particularly around age 60, there is more sustainable with a few well-considered decisions prepared consistently, carefully. And tonight that decision might be as minor as like cooking an egg or peeling a kiwi, taking pleasure in a dollop of cottage cheese, or allowing certain pumpkin seeds to become softer on before the lights go out. Your tongue wethers aren't only munchies for bed. They are deeds of compassion for your future self. They relax you and nourish your muscles. They facilitate deeper sleep by supporting the neural system and more robust mornings. And with each you are reminding me of the peaceful evening ritual. You still matter, your body, and you're still powerful. And you're still able to building, since this is the reality. Loss of muscle is not inevitable. It's reversible, avoidable, and it begins with providing your body with what it needs. Requesting not to use loud, overpowering methods but in small, tender stages. Thus this evening, rather than going to sleep with the sensation that is your strength wanes, you can rest assured that your body is being lovingly rebuilding. This video while you sleep gave you optimism or perhaps some fresh. I'd love to hear your suggestions on things to try. What meal do you want to eat before bed? Let me know in the comments if you want to try. Go over each phrase, and your tale may motivate another person with our elderly health if you haven't already. Go with your family. Go ahead and subscribe and like this video. To well buying her at 365. We're creating something, a unique location where a ginger please being stronger, smarter, and more linked daily till the following rest period. Eat well, and you'll wake up more resilient. You deserve it.